I lied about my age so I could join ACMA. You know, the nightclub union. Because I could make $60 a week working these strip joints outside of Kansas City. I worked this one club for about 8 weeks straight, and I really became friendly with the stripper. Her name was Lola LaTours. And her dynamic twin 44s. Well, she really took to me. I mean, we did share the only dressing room, and she did a lot of dressing. Anyway, she used to come and pick me up and drive me to work nights. Well, the
After about an hour or so, she said, "Oh, don't you want to feel anything else?" Suddenly I thought to myself, no.